Hello and welcome to Demo Play Thursday. Yeah, today's game is Rusty Rabbit. And you can see top left, some content of the demo may differ from the full game. And you can see at the bottom here, we're playing the Switch version of this demo. Now this music's pretty nice. Yeah, I was just a little curious about this one. It looks like a platformer. But it also looks like there might be a little bit of puzzle to it. Well, hopefully yours is there. I'll do it all English for YouTube. I'll make it a little brighter. My TV's a little dark. Text speed normal. Display Rust Beast N. No idea what that means. Bit of a shame doesn't tell us what that is, what that looks like. Rumble on. Could be anything we need to worry about there. I'll just knock special effects down a tad. But this music is really nice. I mean, one of the reasons why I wanted to try this was that the video and screenshots on the eShop page didn't look as crisp and high resolution as I would expect. I don't know, like, especially the video looked a little soft. So I'm really curious if this is like a PC game downscaled for a Switch, and if it has a noticeable negative feeling about it. Does it feel like the lesser experience of the game? Oh, I've got my foot tapping. Sorry if it hits the mic. Okay, let's just start. That's what I like to see. Your save data can be carried over to the full game. How many games have we played recently? Well, I've been asking, what about the save? We finally get an answer, finally. Okay, I like that. Oh, this video isn't bad.
Go figure. You want to hear my story, huh?
Top right, log,
Well,
auto,
in that
fast, or
case,
skip.
Let me start by introducing myself.
I'm gonna hit auto.
I'm a rabbit. The name's Stamp. Once they get to know me, most folks call me Rusty. Way back when, I was a husband. And after that, a father. Now, I'm just a regular, worn-out old rabbit. That's about all there is to say about me. What else is there to talk about? Junk, I guess. Junk is my friend. It's my life. It's the only thing I know. I really understand that stuff. I doubt it understands me back, of course. Even so, junk makes me laugh, cheers me up, and teaches me all kinds of useful things. What more could you ask for in a friend, am I right? That's right. It speaks to me. I don't mean out loud. Even if it could hear me talking to it, there's no way it would answer me. But it still speaks to me. It's chatty stuff, that junk. It talks to me in its own special way, pretty much non-stop. And I can hear those voices speaking to me. Nobody else knows what they're saying. But I do. That's what sets me apart from other folk. And makes me who I am. There is nobody else who understands the first thing about junk. Not the way I do. So, guess I'd better start by teaching ya the best way to get acquainted with junk.
The character introduction did not need to go that hard. Whoa. Okay, textures are a little soft. Not a huge amount of detail, but okay. Still looks good enough.
They say that beings called giants lived here. I come around here when I feel like digging for junk. I run a junk shop, but rust scrubbing is more of a hobby for me. There is so much buried here. I could probably spend the rest of my life digging and still not find it all. I picked out the very best pieces of junk that I found down here and assembled them into this thing I'm running.
This mouse moving with it, okay.
Getting the chassis to look this good took a lot of time and effort. It was a labor of love. I call it Junkster. Hey, as long as I'm making formal introductions, let me walk you through Junkster's functions and how we collect junk.
I know he's talking to us, but who are we in this story? It kind of almost makes you think he should be like making a diary of sorts. Okay, we discover more of the map as we go. It's cool. This music's really nice as well. There we go. I don't know if climb walls is quite the right word there.
Well, look at this. Go.
Got it all.
What do you think? They're pretty cute, huh?
Huh. His pictures, the mouth's not moving, okay.
This is how my junk and I get along. I wake up in the morning, eat something, pilot this hunk of junk out to collect more junk all day, then go back to bed. I've been doing the same thing for, well, I don't know how many years it's been.
So the eShop page for this does have a lot more story. It doesn't spoil the story, just backstory. I'm not going to say what it is just yet, just in case this game will introduce itself. See, it says this system screen is useful, sure, but it doesn't say what button gets us to this screen. It's nice that it has its own mini tutorial. That I do appreciate. But you can see, save. Why can't we save now? And return to the village. Can't do that now. So we've still got a few questions, but it is nice that even this is getting a little bit of a tutorial. But it didn't say how to access it though, that's the thing. So what's up here? Use weapons to attack them. Right, when your energy gauge at the bottom left runs out, it's game over. That has to be health, that can't just be like energy. Again, it's showing us the menu, but doesn't tell how to get to the menu. I'm pretty sure it's going to be plus. But you never know, it might throw a minus at us somewhere. Okay, so we do have things to help heal ourselves and repair. Took 1 damage, okay. It's like I'm trying to jump and grab again. it's not working. I don't know what I'm doing wrong here. See, when we're falling down, we're not generating thrust. Perhaps we're not meant to go that way yet. Or maybe we are. See, that's moving that floor. I'm guessing that's hazard. Okay, we are meant to go this way. Okay, just takes a little bit of time just to get used to how it controls. What am I doing wrong here? Is it this I'm meant to do? Because my head is to jump between the walls, but I'm having difficulty doing that. I think that's what we're meant to do. Right. Press R while moving. Oh, I see. It is nice that with the tutorial we're not just getting a big block of text on screen. We're being shown how to do it. We're using it in a relevant place. So as tutorials go, it's quite good. Going fast doesn't seem to use energy.
My memory's getting fuzzy these days. There's one thing I know for sure. I'm gonna keep collecting junk. Sooner or later, I won't be Stamp anymore. Someday, I'll be nothing but cold, dead rabbit meat. Might be tomorrow, or next month, or even next year. But until that day comes, junk is still my best friend. Let's go.
Oh, big jump. Okay. So, there's a lot of animation on our character. You can see even our ears are moving. The world around us is clear. Not exactly the most detailed environment. Still nice though. But it is, I'll at least say that it is future. It doesn't say, or the eShop page didn't say how far into the future it is. But it is future. Screw it. You can see map top left. It's a whole lot. A whole lot we still yet to uncover. Whoa. It's just a bolt though. Ooh, okay, that water didn't do anything, but we were not in there very long. That shot from that insect looked like it was only like 10 frames a second. See that insult that Rusty said? Think Peter Rabbit. That's kind of what that reminded me of. Boost jump, that's what we're doing, yeah. Oh, Yeah, right side. There's a heat gauge in our drill. So that's why I couldn't go through all of them. Because we got too hot. Elevator out of order.
Don't know what that says, but it looks like I could ride this down if I wanted to reach the lower levels. The ruins are full of weird stuff like this. Who knows what it's really for? Might as well get it working and find out.
Yeah, so we know we're not around anymore, perhaps.
That thing moves even faster than I expected. I like a good thrill ride as much as the next rabbit, but...
Yeah, these sort of video sequences in the trailer,
Uh-oh.
it made me worry that it was a low resolution. Because it looked quite blurry and soft. So thankfully it looks like it's just an issue with the video rather than the game. Look for a portal back to the village. I do appreciate a nice big clear autosave. See, it says our junker took damage, but there's nothing on screen to show the state of our junker. I don't want to do that, I want to get... Yeah.
Well, look at this.
Oh, balls.
Forget about it.
I really need more digging power. Maybe if I upgrade my weapon. Hint.
It looks like this way leads to the outside. Might as well head back from here then. That was a lot of work for such a small haul, but... oh well. Some days, that's just how it goes.
Okay, the auto, the loading isn't too long either.
What a mess. Old Junkster got more banged up than I thought. I patched it up as well as I could for now, but a lot of its functions are still broken. I'm gonna need some fresh junk to use for replacement parts. It's a risky balancing act.
I want to hit fast, see if his voice is going to change.
Carefully while...
Excuse me. I wonder if you might help me?
No.
You don't happen to know a veteran...
Wait, what? So fast basically means go quick or skip, essentially. And I skipped to that intro.
My name's Anna. I'm in charge. And this is our sponsor, Nether.
Pleased to make your acquaintance, Mr. Snap.
This is Soma, the sword and shield of the team.
That's me.
This is Rex. She's young, but she's a very talented engineer. Hi, I'm Rex. Nice to meet you, Gramps. This is Fleming, the eyes and ears of the team.
Yo!
And this is Paul, the comic relief.
Wait, what? What do you mean the comic relief? What kind of title is that?
So, what do you want with an old man like me?
Starting today, we'll be exploring Smokestack Mountain too. But first, there's something we wanted to make sure of. Old Rusty, do you know the cardinal rule of rust rubbing?
Finders keepers. Never swipe another rust grubber's find. don't gotta tell me that.
I'll bet. We just wanted to make sure you respect that rule. We hate getting in pointless fights, you see.
Yeah, you and me both. The last thing I want is to waste my time playing tug of war over every scrap of junk.
Thank you for your time, sir. I'm sure we could learn a lot from an experienced digger like you. We'll be in touch.
Starting to think that on the eShop,
Outsiders come in a smokestack
the story that's
mountain
mentioned
with
might be the start of this
rust
game.
That hasn't happened in a long time. Young rabbits, full of spark and energy. They must be raring to get ahead of a washed-up old guy like me. The daily grind around here was getting kind of boring. This old mountain could use a change of scenery.
But wow, this game is going hard with the story and the characters and the music. I think maybe the music and speaking levels could be adjusted a little bit. It's not quite as easy to hear them over the music, but at least we've got subtitles.
Alright, first things first. I better start digging here and try to find those parts I need for the repairs. Come to think of it, didn't Jed say something about the junk around here being good for restoring cars? That rubble up ahead, is that what he said to look out for?
He is. What is up ahead? I can't see it.
Car restoration is just a hobby. But it ought to be a good test of how well Junkster can still
I think our
dig
robot's
this
moving
stuff.
a little too quickly.
Whoa, that's not a good sign. Looks like Junkster is still under
Like
the
it's a little
weather.
twitchy, little moving too much.
Careful. Let's do this.
So I think that'll take us back. So let's keep going.
Go.
Don't jump down from high places or you'll get hurt. Hey, at least we know there's fall damage.
Interesting way to put it. The key is jumping down, as opposed to leaving a rabbit-shaped pancake on the ground. If it's not too high, you can jump down. But if it is too high, it'll turn into a fall, and you'll get hurt. But don't worry. If that happens, just see if you can use the wall to slow your fall.
It's interesting he can read that, but not the one we had earlier. There you go. Forward into it. Don't have to always hold it, just break your fall a little bit. Go slower. Ooh, nearly. Okay, so we can see what we can break, what we can't. You can see there's like a square around the junk that's glowing, which means we can destroy it.
Here's a good one.
I forgot to mention this earlier, but with Demo Play First Day,
Well,
the goal
look at this.
is to play about an hour. Some demos don't last that long. Some demos are very, very big. But who's that?
Well. Smokestack Mountain seems pretty lively today. Must be those new folks who stopped by.
Hello? Is somebody out there?
I could just leave them there. But I do come through here a lot. Guessing a rotting corpse while I work would be nasty. Yeah. Stay put, all right? You stupid little
McGreg? I don't know who you are, but you sure have a dirty mouth. Huh. You speak to your mother like that?
The comic relief, I think.
Be a good little bunny and shut your trap. Have you dug out in a jiffy?
And we're getting very frequent autosaves. This might actually be a good game if it comes out on PlayStation Plus to stream from the cloud, just because of how frequent the saves are.
Hey, you're not
And
dead,
we're also
are you?
able, like Fast, will skip
No.
just what was just being said, where Skip will skip the whole conversation, so it wouldn't take too long to get back to where you were.
You're Rusty Stamp. Great, just great. Of all the rabbits to run into, it had to be you.
Ooh, we have a reputation.
That's quite the attitude, kid. Considering I just saved your tail. Didn't anyone ever teach you any manners?
I can't believe I owe this old fossil a favor. I'm a disgrace to the Blitz Bullets.
The BBs, remember?
So the BB stands for Blitz Bullets. Yeah. You're doing a real pitiful job of living up to a name like that. A rabbit getting buried in a hole is like a monkey falling out of a tree. It's just plain pathetic.
I do like our character has an element of jadedness about them,
Ordinary rabbit.
but not overly cynical about it.
You're a rust grubber. Ain't no laughing matter.
Surprisingly relatable, but that could be because I'm an older guy.
This is why I hate old rabbits. You're so mean.
Paul! What are you doing down here, Paul?
Flemmy? Oh, now you find me. Why didn't I just keep my stupid mouth shut and wait for you to rescue me instead?
I should have just kept on going and left you to rot. What a waste of effort. You ungrateful little McGregor.
Oh, you're just a mean old bully with a foul mouth to boot. What's with you old rabbits?
That's enough, Paul. Come here. Honestly, I can't take my eyes off you for a second, can I? I don't know exactly what happened, but it seems like you helped my little brother out of a jam. You're nicer than you look.
You're just as chatty as he is, huh? No need for thanks. Just give him a refresher on the basics of rust grubbing. Being a team means keeping each other safe. Why team up if you're just gonna wander off alone and get buried alive?
Ouch. You're right. That's good advice from a veteran digger. I'll take it to heart. Come on, Paul. Let's go.
Oh, wait up, Flemmy!
Huh. Chatting with other rabbits up here on Smokestack Mountain. I haven't done that in a long time.
Makes you wonder why, doesn't it? He's mentioned a few times now how
Sorry to keep you waiting.
there's like no one else
Got
here.
sidetracked for nothing.
What happened to the rest of them?
Better get moving.
Why are they there in the first place? Thing is, I'm not too surprised that there is this much story in it. On the eShop page, it does list it as an RPG. I didn't want to say it earlier because I was kinda wanting to see how the game would present that RPG-ness to it. So yes, it is a platformer. Maybe somewhat of a Metroidvania where we might have to go back and forth as we upgrade and get new abilities. But the RPG-ness of it seems to be, as you can see, leveling up, stat boosts, but also there's a lot of story here. But the characters are kind of fun. See, we can get skill points by also meeting certain conditions. Now, will the game tell us what those are? So what it's saying is, you may not be able to see it that clearly. On the right side, Ian, that green bar, has plus 30 next to it. So that's what this upgrade will do. It'll give us 30 more health. Shock absorption. Okay, so this one, frame enhancement, gives us 30 EN. This one increases overheating limit for dig attacks. Basically, we will be able to dig for longer. Remember, earlier we had those row of bricks, row of junk even, and we couldn't go all the way to the end of it because we just overheated. I'll go for that.
That's an improvement.
And you can see now, can't get this one. We don't have enough skill points, but at least we're there. I don't know if it's going to say what everything is. It might do. And you'll be able to see on the right side what we get from it. Acquire junk from dismantling. Okay. So the trees aren't too extensive, which gives me the impression that perhaps this isn't a 20-hour epic. But it does seem like we're going to come away from this pretty damn strong. Nothing over here, okay. Oh, different colours.
Well, look at this.
Alternator. Okay.
Here's a good one.
Carrot whiff. What is that going to be? What's this one?
Oh, hey. Is that the junk that Jed was talking about?
A tire. Huh.
That looks really cool! Hey, let me see, let me see! Come on, give it here!
So much for never swipe another.
There's a lot of emotion on those rabbit faces.
I thought you guys said you knew the rules.
And that goes over there. Alright, I get it now! Hey! We're still looking at that!
Sorry about her, Rusty Stamp. She doesn't mean any harm. She just gets a little carried away.
You must be one of them BB folk, too. Am I right?
Yep, I'm Soma, of the Burrowing Bears. The kit is Rex.
Burrowing. Aren't you the Blitz, somethings?
Huh? What are you talking about?
Never mind.
My guess is they've probably forgotten what BB stands for.
I wasn't really paying attention anyway. I probably just misheard.
She may not look like it, but this kid is a real junk expert. She's good at fixing stuff up, too. She's our secret weapon.
That's great and all, but you ought to do something about those sticky paws of hers before they get her in trouble.
I'll do that. Hey, Rex! Come here and apologize apologize to Mr. Stamp.
Sorry. But that thing you found looks so cool. I just figured it'd be easy.
Imagine if each of these characters had an amiibo. That'd be hilarious.
Apology? Imagine the looks on your parents' faces if they could hear you now.
My mom and dad, they're both dead. So I guess I can't introduce you. Sorry about that.
Is that so? That's
There you go,
shame.
Stamp. Put your foot in it.
I'm sorry.
You're apologizing to me too, Gramps? Yes, that makes us square then, right? Oh, hey. I saw
Rex
something
has
really
Riku
rare a
vibes from
while
Final
ago.
Fantasy X.
Stuck a transmitter on it so I could check it out later. You showed me something neat, so now it's my turn to give you something. This will show you where to look. Okay, I'm gonna go now. Good luck out there, Gramps.
Transmitter, huh? She's using some pretty swanky equipment for a kid her age, isn't she? Alright. Guess I'd better get going too. Let's find out just how expert that kid actually is.
Stamp is very relaxed. He's not in a hurry to do anything. And I can kind of relate to that. If you ever catch the live streams, we're very much a relaxed live stream. Why don't want to do that? Something different in spring. I wonder if we're going to get different items from different locations, which could explain some of the need to backtrack. Is that for upgrades, we may need to get parts from all the way around this area. It's shaking.
Whew. Looks like I can finally catch my breath. Now, let's take a look at what we have here.
So autosave regularly happens, but this is where we can manually save. There we go.
Consider that saved.
I'm guessing up will take us like a portal.
Aha! Found it. There's nothing like the thrill of finding just the junk you were looking for.
Kind of gives you a hint as well. If that thing is human sized, that piece of junk,
You end up going deeper and
that means that rabbit is,
chasing that
what,
thrill.
half our size?
Not even about finding useful things.
Maybe a third?
It's the mystery that hooks ya. The more interesting things are, the better. I guess you could call it a sense of adventure.
Almost because a little retro future.
This thing was probably used by the giants back in their day. And it still works, even now. So
There's
I
no
guess
indication
you
how long
can't
it's been
really
there,
call
is there?
this thing junk yet. Touching the screen should reboot it, but
But it's like an arcade game. That doesn't look right. I wonder if we have to fix junk to
looks
use
like
it.
It's some kind of recording device. Useless for anything but storing data on it. And, well, it's still running, but it looks like the information on it is damaged or something. Doesn't look like there's much chance of finding anything intelligible on it. If you can't read what's stored on it, does Does that make it useless junk? Nah, you can't decide these
Almost
things.
philosophical, isn't it?
Even if it's useless, it could be fun to play around with. It still functions, and that's the main thing. In other words, you can still record new entries on it. I could input something like, "Hey, I'm Stam. You got a problem with that?"
If this was a 3DS game with Street Pass, you'd be able to use this as like your Street Pass device. Huh.
Like that. I guess it rephrases things in a funny way when it records them. It's just a
But it also means that that thing can understand us, whilst we're not always able to understand the giants.
Tinkering with the same machine that the ancient gods once used. Believe it or not, you can find machines like this all over the place. If you search in areas where rabbits don't live.
Guessing it's some sort of
It
collectible.
seems like they were designed to keep working long after all these other machines had stopped. I don't have any proof, but I figure they must be equipped with some kind of self-repairing function. Apparently, they're called DTAMs. Somebody wrote that on them anyway. I've read it myself.
Checkpoints on the map, okay. And perhaps they're going to give us some story. Like you find enough of them and you'll be able to understand them. Oh, on the left there. Store, okay. Well, I think we should keep on going. Oh. It's not exactly true. What's it mean by that? It makes you wonder if these notes are what
Being
other
told to turn
bunnies have
back
written.
makes you wanna keep going, don't it? That's just rabbit nature. Let's have a look at that tricky door.
Yeah, let's. Probably got areas we can explore here, but yeah, I'm intrigued by that sticky door.
Well, look at this.
Explosive ore. I wonder if that's the thing we just picked up.
This door doesn't look likely to budge. There must be some kind of mechanism for it. If I look around, maybe I can figure out what it is.
Well, if it isn't Mr. Stan, hard at work again today. You're very dedicated to your job.
Hello, old Rusty.
You folks again, huh? Let's see. Anna, wasn't it? And your name's Nether, right?
Well, I'm honored you remembered us.
Looks
I
like
totally
that
forgot.
door's giving you some trouble too, huh?
Sounds like we're stuck on the same problem.
It seems like there are lots of doors that won't open inside Smokestack Mountain unless you have the right piece of junk. According to Rex, most of them can be opened with something called an ID
I was
card.
just thinking that. It reminds me of like
An ID card.
green ID cards or red ID cards, thinking
What kind of
way
junk
back
is that?
to like Quake and Doom days.
I'm not really sure myself, but they're inscribed with the same number as the door they open, apparently. I've asked everyone
it's,
to split up and search the area.
So this does have that Metroidvania feel about it in a
So that's
more
why you
modern
guys
RPG
scattered
style
all over,
game.
huh?
Say, old Rusty, as long as you're here, would you mind helping us find that ID card?
Is there any
just as stuck as we are if this door won't open, aren't you? It's in our best interest to cooperate.
I don't know. I could just have a nice little nap here and wait until you kids find that ID thingy and bring it back.
Well, according to what I've heard, you're a pretty impatient rabbit, Rusty Scamp. Did I hear wrong?
I'd like to know where you
Yes.
heard that. Who's been gossiping about me, huh?
It's called an ID card. Remember that, okay? Come on, Nether. Let's go look around.
Oh, by the way, Mr. Stamp, I'm sure you know this already, but keep an eye out for any odd-colored containers. It seems the giants kept their most precious treasures in them. If you find one, you should probably check it out.
Thing is, what is odd coloured? We've had red, blue, and yellow, and green.
Anna seems sharper than the rest of her group. And, what did she say that Nether guy was? Their sponsor? I've never heard of a rust-grubbing crew being financed by an investor. Well, I guess it's none of my business.
But it is interesting. This is a good start to the game, I think. Getting to know how to play it, we're getting to know the characters, we're getting to know the world a little bit. Yeah, this demo from Rusty Rabbit is pretty great, if I'm honest. And I'm actually enjoying my playthrough here. So as a demo, in my opinion, it's working quite well. I don't have that go fast anymore.
Oh, I get it. Looks like this green button is the key. But it doesn't stay open very long. So, now what? If only Jungster
Keep
was
forgetting we've got that
fixed back up,
grappling hook.
this would be a piece of cake. What a mess. In a real pickle now, aren't we?
Aha! There you are! I've been looking for you, Gramps.
You again? What do you want?
My big brother was exploring around here, and he found this weird part. So, I had Rex fix it up for me, and...
Leave the rambling to the oldsters, kid. Young'uns like you should get right to the point.
Get it!
Probably as a thank you for saving him earlier.
That way we'll be square.
There you go.
Is this?
Rex said it might come in handy for that machine you're always riding around.
Yeah. This is the exact replacement part that I need to fix Jungster. Once it's installed, I can use Roller Dash again.
Isn't that convenient?
This is more than enough to pay back whatever debt you owed me, kid. Make sure and tell Rex thank you. And me too.
Whoa, it's that good? Well, that's that then. We can call it even now. Us Blitzblades always honor our debts. Fair and square. And don't you forget it.
Wait, are you bullets or blades? You really ought to decide on a name before you start introducing yourselves with it.
Shut up! Don't underestimate the BBs. I'm out of here.
For Pete's sake.
It's weird when you load in sometimes on these characters. Like the fuzziness hasn't fully loaded.
Show a surprising amount of promise.
So just as we got to this scene and a couple before, I've noticed when looking at Stam, for not many frames, but it does feel like he's not fully loaded, so we're not getting the correct fuzzy effect on him. But even though I could be worried that that would be true of the game, or that the game could be rough, remember this demo said this is not representative, so that the main game could be a little bit different, could be improved. I did check, this demo has not been updated.
Let's go.
Whew, just made that. Some demos on Switch do get an update, but not this one.
Go. Oh. Let's go.
I can't roll and spin at the same time.
Well, look at this. Oh.
This is the ID card. This is a little cheesy.
This is a good job.
There we go.
What's this? It's like a flimsy sheet of something. You could snap it in half easy peasy, but it's not rusty at all. There's something written on it. Well, I'll be damned. It's the same code as that door. Is this one of those ID cards Anna was talking about? I guess the only way to know for sure is to give it a try. I'd better head on back to that door.
Yeah, let's head back.
Go.
Ah! Got a little lucky then. I think the game was a bit too kind.
Let's go.
Wait, there's someone in there already.
Oh, is that you, Gramps?
What are you lazing around in a place like this for?
Huh? I mean, I was looking for Rex, actually, but I couldn't find her anywhere.
She got herself lost again? This is why the team should stick together. I keep telling her that, but
She just wanders off whenever and disappears. I'm at my wit's end. Plus, there are dangerous traps around here.
traps, huh?
That's right. Take a look at this button, for example. You've seen other buttons like this around here too, right? The green ones that open the doors when you push them?
Yeah, I've seen them.
Okay, but now look at this red button. When you push it, it does that.
So the red button sets off a trap, huh? That's a real McGregor of a trick, ain't it?
You really do have a dirty mouth. Anyway, I'm a member of the BBs, so finding traps like these is just part of my job.
You know, speaking of that, what exactly is BB supposed to stand for, anyway?
Huh? It's short for the Brilliant Buddies, of course. Obviously.
Yeah, they don't know what it means, do they?
Of course. Silly me for asking.
Sometimes our eyes are shut for just too long.
Let me know,
Looks a little weird.
and be sure to watch out for those red buttons.
Wonder if we can jump over the red buttons.
Those BBs. I thought they were just a bunch of obnoxious kids. But they're kind of growing on me. Like a fungus.
Like a fungus, yeah. See, he is grouchy, but kind of like in Up. You got the old man who's old and sad. But he wasn't unlikable. So the same with our guy here. He's not unlikable at all.
Here's a good one.
Definitely getting the hang of this moving around. The grappling hook doesn't work at the moment either. Oh, I missed the oozing stuff coming out of it. Is that going to dissipate? Yeah. Gotta try and get up there before that yellow bar disappears.
Looking for your little lost pal again?
Hey, Gramps. You haven't seen Rex, have you?
Your big brother was just asking me about that too. No, I haven't seen her around here.
It figures. In that case, the only place left to look is down. Look at this. It's packed with rubble all the way down. Digging through all that is gonna be a major pain.
Hey, get out of the way for a second.
Yeah, we can deal with that, I'm sure.
Alright, hold on to your tail. I'm gonna show you a neat trick.
Yeah,
Whoa! Incredible!
pretty neat trick.
That was so cool!
If you pay careful attention to how the rubble is piled up, you can pull off stunts like that too.
I thought you were too old for that kind of thing. You've got some pretty flashy moves for a rabbit your age, Gramps.
You really need to work on your manners, kid. See if you can ditch those stereotypes while you're at it. Anyway, did you see how those blocks caved in when I did that? If you're still under them when they fall, the goose is cooked.
Huh? For real?
It may look obvious, but I do like that just taking a second here in the story to do it. It's essentially a tutorial via storytelling.
Not a very nice way to die, eh?
So this is definitely one of the better tutorials I've seen.
Anyway, thanks for the tip. See you later. This goes down a really long way.
Almost knew that was going to happen.
Oh, for Pete's sake. I just warned him. That kid's got a real gift for getting himself into trouble.
Like a fungus. It really is a long way down, isn't it? Now our health didn't go all the way back when we got that skill point. Molten metal, okay. So yeah, okay, rust scrubber. So someone else, another rabbit, has been down here.
Is that? Sounds like whoever wrote it should have been a fortune teller instead.
Wonder if it's like a family business and that's like perhaps our dad or something.
An area full of molten metal, huh? I wonder what it's like. Might be kind of fun to see it with my own eyes. Go. Well, look at this.
Kind of want to press down and look down to see if there's anything in that hole.
Hear that? It sounds like something's moving around up ahead. Looks like there's trouble coming our way. Get ready for it.
It's nice that it's giving us a heads up.
Why now? Come on, you stupid.
Remember, we got to pause it to use the health items.
Rust beasts. This whole area's infested with them. They eat junk, which makes them the natural enemies of rust grubbers.
Okay. Press B whilst dashing.
Let's go.
Okay.
Let's go.
Avoid. Whew. Thankfully, story beat here.
Found it. Anna, look. Rex is right over there.
Our robot machines moving just a little bit too much.
Right there, Rex. Don't you dare take another step. But I'm almost there. I've got to take a look over there.
I feel like we're coming towards the end of the demo. That's why we're playing a little bit long.
Yeah, that's it. If I can just
Whether we're going to have a boss fight or end of the level
have it now.
or something, but it feels like we're getting there.
I'm glad you made it over there safely, our little Rex. But how are you planning to get back here? You got a good running start and jump to get there. But can't you do the same thing coming back the other way?
That sounds kind of scary. So, no, I don't think I can.
Yeah, that's what I thought. You should have looked before you left, kid.
Fleming, can we get over there to help her?
If you want to bring her back safely, it might be better to throw her a rope. Unfortunately, I don't have one on me. Maybe there's something else around here that we could use. We better start looking.
But we did have that zip line kind of thing, didn't we? That came out of us. But it doesn't seem to be working.
Don't move a whisker. Just stay put, okay? We'll think of something. Say, old Rusty, do you think you could lend us a paw here?
Ain't no problem of mine, is what I'd like to say, but she did help me fix my roller dash. And if I do a roller dash, then jump, I should be able to clear a gap that
So we do
size.
squisher.
Let's give it a try. Let's go. Damn it.
Whoops.
How's that?
There we go. Let's try that again.
Let's go. Go.
There we go. I was just waited a little bit too long.
That was amazing! You're so cool, Grant!
It's all thanks to that part you fixed up for me. You saved yourself with your own skills, kid.
I'd expect no less from you, old Rusty. Now, do you think you could get to a safe place from there?
I'll figure something out. As long as she can hold on tight.
Wow, this chicken walker of yours is so cool! What happens if I take this off?
Hey!
Our little Rex, stop that. Haven't I told you not to start messing with machines until the owner isn't watching?
What kind of things are they teaching you, kid?
You just keep saving our tails, don't you, old Rusty? Oh, you've got more experience at Smokestack Mountain, and it shows.
Look, I'm not gonna tell you to stay off my turf or some narrow-minded thing like that. But, I hate to tell you, I'm not sure you're up to the challenge of digging your way through Smokestack Mountain.
But we've got a mission that we have to complete here, no matter
Okay, what is that mission? Why are you here?
The mission?
Because the eShop page doesn't mention this either.
Old Rusty, why don't we join forces? If you became a member of the BBs, it would be great for morale.
Before I join anything, there's one thing I've got to know. What exactly does BB stand for anyway?
It stands for the name of our group, of course. The Blackberries. Why?
Huh? Huh?
Huh?
Actually, I think it's gonna be a lot more fun just watching you folks from the sidelines. I appreciate the offer, but I'm gonna have to pass.
Well, if you ever reconsider, you're welcome anytime. All right, everyone. Let's get a move on.
Hey, wait a second. I want to get this to Gramps first. These are the blueprints for a new part that I just finished drafting. You'll take them, won't ya?
Smash the Crasher. Huh.
Wait, you just came up with this yourself? Holy carrots. I can't tell whether you're an idiot or a genius.
See you around, old Rusty. We're heading back to the surface for now.
Sheesh. Keeping up with these young'uns is exhausting. At least it paid off nicely this time. Maybe I should head back up for now, too.
Well, we would be able to sell our stuff, buy things. I think makes sense. My guess is this would be the end of the demo, but we're still going. Oh no, it is. Okay. I do appreciate this screen as well. Thanks for playing. You're welcome. But again, your save data can be carried over. So it told us before, and now it's told us at the end. I do like that. This is well-crafted demo, and it also shows the start of the game as well-crafted as well. We get enough backstory, we get enough character introductions, we get enough tutorials, how things work, moving around the levels, fighting enemies. We get to do a lot in this hour. And it's an enjoyable hour. No joke, I've played this and I am genuinely interested in this game now. Yeah, so this is a very effective, very good demo. Just gonna save, because you never know, I might continue this on Switch. Do you want to visit the store page? Again, if you like the demo, pre-order. I think it's out this week, or the week this video is going live. So it's something you could do, but I'm gonna hit no. And you can go to the eShop here as well. So, Rusty Rabbit. I mean, if you get the game, let me know in the comments. It'd be interesting to hear what you think. Or if you're curious, honestly, play the demo. It's quite enjoyable. Controlling the character takes a little bit to get used to, but not so much in a negative, it's really difficult way. It's just, there's a little bit of weight of things. The jump isn't as high as perhaps you would expect, but you do have the double jump with the rockets, so yeah, it's not all bad. I think what'll be interesting is when you come fighting the enemies, our range, our reach is really short, and it's still taking a little bit of time to judge that. You'd hope that perhaps with one of the upgrades we might be able to, I don't know, fire something or shoot our drill out ahead of us a little bit more so we don't take damage from the enemies. But yeah, other than that, it looks great, controls reasonably well. The music doesn't need to go this hard. The character acting is fantastic. It doesn't feel like a lesser game being on Switch. It doesn't feel like I'm getting a worse experience from it. And Nitroplus, they're a famous Japanese company. You know, not as big as like a Nintendo or Square Enix, but I've heard of them. I know who they are. And so are NetEase. This isn't some random small indie developer B game kind of thing. There's some talent behind this and it really shows. So yeah, you probably can hear my voice. I had a good time. So on to the next Demo Play Thursday video, or until I see you checking out some of the other videos, playlists, shorts, or even YouTube live streams. Or maybe I'll see you over at Ko-fi. As a small YouTube channel, we get no money from YouTube. But with Ko-fi, we can get donations, including PayPal donations. But we also have subscription tiers, so maybe one of them will interest you. But wherever or whenever I see you again, please, take care.